everybody, Chris here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my October price prediction for Dogecoin. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we were live on Monday. Yeah, we were looking at the price decline that was across the crypto market from Sunday night through Monday. And some bears were starting to come out, but October is Uptober. I saw Ron called it Hopetober. Are we hoping, or do we really think prices are going up? So let's get into it. Let me show you the charts and the news, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart at 11.8 cents. We followed the dip through the live stream yesterday, and we had this bigger dip happening last night, and I bought more Dogecoin. That's right. This is just based on the charts, and what I was watching, and I'll show you those key points there. But as Dogecoin dipped below 11.5 cents, I bought more. And if you follow me on X Twitter, you'll see that I posted as well, because I'm always transparent with you guys what's going on. And yes, so last night did buy 50,000 more Doge for my bag. So you got to follow me on X Twitter. I'm at ChrisPax. So we're having fun too, right? Having fun, making money. That's the goal here. But this was something that looked too good to pass up. And here's where it's from. Again, we're looking back at Dogecoin trading up in late August to 11.5 cents. This was the peak before dropping back down into September. This was my September price prediction here in white. I thought we would be in the upper 10s, and instead we're now in the upper 11s. So better to be, for Doge's price to be more than my prediction. But I did predict a green September, which was against most of the historical returns for Doge and crypto, but I did predict a green September, and that did come out. So what does this mean here? Why did I buy right there? A lot of this based on liquidity, taking out leveraged long trades. That's what we saw, and of course Bitcoin pretty much did the same thing when Bitcoin dipped down here, was taking down big liquidity as well. Doge's was a little bit more drastic on the downswing because Doge had actually posted a higher high as opposed to what we had back in August. And we go to down here to the daily, and we see like the bigger downtrend that Doge has had since March. Lower highs, April, May, June, July, August. And so September, when Doge traded up above and has the higher high now, what we were talking about in the live stream is Doge actually going to see a higher low as well. And we certainly do see that with the turnaround today of Doge now trading back up. And so that opportunity there of what I saw on the charts meant that I didn't think Doge was going to be dropping much below 11.5. And so I bought at 11.48 right there. That was a pretty good trade, I think. We'll see if Doge does come down and bounce a little bit lower. It might hit 11 cents, which would be the top of these candles right here that we had around the 21st to 25th of September right there. There might be a little bit of liquidity there. Again, leverage trades to pick up. But right now, I'm feeling a little more bullish going upward. So overall, looking at the month ahead, Bitcoin Monger says, I am here to tell you Bitcoin will run it back. 67K is coming. That means that on this drop that Bitcoin had, there were all these leveraged longs that got liquidated. Huge amount of leverage liquidated. That's what they want to do. They want to suppress the price, bring it down, wipe out that leverage. And what are up here? What's up here at 67K? These are all the shorts. These are the big shorts up here. That's the target right there, is for Bitcoin's price to come up and take out those shorts. Typically, in the past, we have seen that Bitcoin's quarterly, this is the quarterly now, towards the end of the year. Last year, Bitcoin was up 56.9%. In 2020, it was up 168% for the quarter. That's October, November, December. So we'll see how Doge does at the end of this video for the quarterly returns. But for the monthly, 7.2% up for Bitcoin, which is good. 3.9 the year before, but then all of these 6 years before, September was actually a red month, including 2020 when it was down 7.5. But what did it do? It turned around and went up by 27% in October or Uptober, right? 2021 up 39%, 2022 up 5%, 2023 up 28%, and it's already in the green this year, which is what I'm predicting is a green month for October. So that's Bitcoin, looking at history. And what does Titan of Crypto say? Well, when we've had a green September in the past for Bitcoin, it has also been green for October, November, and December. Going all the way back to 2016, green September, followed by October, November, December, and even 2015, greens across. So we saw that last year, huge trading up for Bitcoin and alts, and most of that happened about from the middle of October and up that we saw last year, and we could see the same this year. Mark Davis says Bitcoin could make a parabolic move soon. Here's why. Historically, the average return for Bitcoin in Q4 is 88%. If we see an 88% gain in Q4 for Bitcoin, it takes Bitcoin close to $120,000 price. Even if we got a 55% move upward, like we saw last year, Bitcoin could go to 100K. So could we be targeting 100K for Bitcoin by the end of the year? Last year, we didn't have Bitcoin ETFs or rate cuts, the elections. We've got these FTX cash repayments, which now look like they're going to be more toward the end of the year, we think. And all these catalysts this year, just imagine what could happen. So what about Doge? What about Doge? What about Elon? What about Donald Trump? What's going on with Doge? Well, I mean, this was the fun meme, right? That was put together, the Department of Government Efficiency, with the Doge, DOGE, all of that. Very good for Dogecoin. But what does it mean in terms of the perception of Dogecoin overall? And it's like, look, Musk's public endorsement of the concept, albeit in meme form, shows his willingness to be part of a larger reform conversation. And that is to make the U.S. government more efficient. That's great. And working along with Donald Trump for the proposal of this Government Efficiency Commission, it's a big part of his campaign strategy. So what does it mean for Doge? Well, the image's inclusion of the Dogecoin mascot blends cryptocurrency culture with serious political discourse. That's right. So it just gets that idea of Doge out there with the dog, and it's the perception, the idea of Doge. What is this? We're going to be hearing a lot more of this, and this could actually help Dogecoin grow in terms of its exposure, and eventually, when the Dogecoin price starts going up, more FOMO coming in. So that's what I think a lot of this is about. Dogecoin now targeting 17 cents after retesting 11.7 and actually down to 11.4 on my chart. Of course, that's where I was buying in. This article is just looking at some moving averages and Fibonacci levels, things like that. But essentially, it's short-term bullishness and long-term gains. That is what the charts are really looking to do, and that is what I think will be happening as well. Looking back on Dogecoin itself in years past, again, this year, Dogecoin was up 12.6%. Red in 23, green just a little bit in 22, but in 2022, when Doge had a green September, look what it did in October, up 105%. That's right, doubled in price. just in October in 2022. So we could see that. We could see that for October with Doge, with momentum there. Now, a lot of this in 2022 was all, that's when Elon Musk bought Twitter, and it was right at the end of the month there, and that was a huge spike in the price of Doge that we had there. And you see that it retraced back November, December, because we were still in the bear market then. So we will be watching what happens this year for sure. But overall, how high can Doge rise in October 2024? This is what you guys came to hear. We did have this decline overnight at the end of September. But Doge was up 20% the previous week. So why was it up? Well, Billy Marcus says, no idea, right? Because who knows? Who knows? But what are our expectations for October? We look at Changelly, and Changelly's price prediction website is looking at about 12.8%. So that would be about a 4% gain for the month, would be 12.8%. But what does Chris think? Right, that's what you guys came here for. What does Chris think? Look, I zoom out here and I look at these, again, these lower highs that we've seen from March. The next target here is 14.3 is that target there, right? We do recognize targets in trading, and where were the highs before, where's the liquidity? So most likely we're going to see, just like we saw here last week, Dogecoin targeting 11.5%, drove past it, and then came back and retested, okay? That's what we're going to watch for, is driving past and then retest. So let's take a look. Looking out in October, let me get this zoomed in the right place here for the monthly. So let's get that right there. So here's what I think is going to happen from this point where we're going to start here. And we're going to see some volatility. And that volatility is going to be some big swings up and down, what I forecast. So, but generally a higher trend, somewhat sideways toward the end of the month or the middle of the month. And once we get to that middle of the month, I think we're going to start seeing Doge's price come up. We're going to eclipse this 13-cent mark. And then toward the end of the month, with an increase in price, I think we're going to be seeing, again, more volatility up and down. But eventually we're going to see the price excel up above 14.3. And then we're going to come down by the end of the month and retest it. And that's where I think we'll end up, right around there. Similar to what we saw here in September, I think October is going to be something similar like that. So that's my target there. And then as we zoom out even more and we take a look toward the end of the year, I think most likely we're going to be targeting November to be the 17-cent mark. That's what they were talking about here in this article of targeting this 17-cent mark there. I think that's going to be more a November target, and then December back up around 20 cents, which was my price prediction in my January video that I made on January 1st for 2024. That is also still in play for the end of the year. So that's my price prediction for October. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I think this is very bullish. Again, we're going to see up and down trading, of course, always seeking out leverage. Eventually, though, it's going to be seeking out big shorts, those that are shorting Dogecoin. We're going to target those shorts, just like we saw on Bitcoin up at 67K for later in October. We're going to see Doge over this 14-cent mark, wiping out a lot of shorts as well. So there it is. Let me know again in the comments below. Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.